but I can tell you that we've done 260, I wrote it down, 266,000 in UK pounds since we created that offer.
I'm John Caprani. I'm here with Pete Taylor from The Awakened Man in UK. And Pete and I worked together last year, and we're going to have a little bit of a chat about work we did together. Pete, can you tell us a little bit about your business to get started, please?
Yeah, sure. So we work with predominantly business owning men and corporate leaders. We help them shift their mind. So we help them up level their thinking, get them to be a leader, not only in their business, but also in their relationships, also in their health. So it's a whole of life approach. It's quite a new business. We've been in business for a long time, but the Awakened Man project itself, 2 years.
Okay, and then you and I worked together in July, August of 2022, which is about 6 to 7 months ago now. And why did you decide to actually work with me at that time?
So I came on board with Awakened Man full time at the start of the year. Prior to that, we'd very much been underground, right? There'd been no marketing, there'd been no like offer creation. It's like we started like a mastermind underground. We got 20 guys with us. We got some great results. I came on board full time to make it into a proper business. Right. But for the first up until July, really, so like 7 months of the year, we were just doing loads and loads of testing, throwing loads of things at walls, seeing what's going to stick. And I just needed some help, right? I just want some professional, I want an expert in to come and help us out with our offer, right? And also just with our like copy around our offer. We were getting way too in the weeds. I need an expert to come in and simplify it. That's where John comes in.
So as I recall, when we were working together, the primary thing that we had an issue with is you had a very high ticket offer, which is about 12K at that time, or 15K, is that right?
Yeah.
And you were having an issue where there was a gap between where you were bringing people on board, they were interested, but it was to make an investment at that price point, you just needed something to bridge the gap, a lower priced offer that could help them work with you and see the value of making that larger investment, right?
Absolutely. We were because we were new to the market, right? We'd all run our other businesses, like bricks and mortar. We weren't online spaces, so we're new to the market. And when we had guys come and talk to us, like, oh, who the hell are these guys? And they want all this big money, right? Which is fair enough, right? So we needed something that was a little bit more easier to access, right? And not such a big financial commitment where they can come and get a result, and they know that what we're talking about, right? And then potentially they can then come into our bigger program at the back end.
Okay. And by the way, how did you hear about me, and what made you decide that it would actually be worth giving me a chance?
I heard about you initially. I found you in the Nothing Held Back Facebook group.
Okay.
I think you made a couple of comments and I was like, this guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. I like the way he talks. So I'd followed you. And then I'd seen a couple of guys recommend you, right? And it was just about the time where I was thinking about, I need some help here. You came up, a couple of recommendations. We spoke for not too long and I employed you.
That's right. Actually, we didn't speak. As I seem to remember, we just chatted by chatted on Facebook Messenger, and you sent me some money before we ever talked to each other. Is that right?
Yeah. I had so much trust in you.
Well, it's good. I mean, we can get into that in a second, but the what we worked on together is something I call the cash validated MVP. And a big part of that process is about developing a new offer. And part of that is actually about being able to close deals for 4 and up to 5-figure sums without actually getting on the phone and talking to people, just through messenger apps like Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. And I was actually able to do business with you in just the way that I was telling you I was going to help you do business with other people. And then what kind of expectations did you have about what working together would deliver for your business when we started?
My expectations were high, but they were lower as to what we actually achieved.
Okay.
Right. So my expectations were to get some clarity on what our offers were looking like. Right. We were looking at our offer from like our own heads, not necessarily our clients' heads. I was looking to get clarity around that. What we came up with was not what I was expecting, but it was absolutely a great option, as we'll come into in a minute.
Okay. So would you like to just talk a little bit about what we actually did together and what we created and how that was able to deliver a result for your business?
Yeah. So initially we came into working with John thinking that we were going to work actually deeper in our core offer, which was our bigger like back end 12-month mastermind. What we came up with was actually a 3-month, a 90-day offer, right? At a lower price point, easier to access, easier for us to talk about. And we came up with it was a very simple strategy on how to market it. But also we went through all the pains of our clients that we knew, but we weren't really vocalizing. We weren't really talking about them. We're talking about in our expert language rather than 5-year-old language, which we learned to talk about. We created a fantastic offer and it absolutely worked.
Do you mind talking about the financial results and outcomes that came from us working together in as much or as little detail as you feel comfortable with?
Okay, yeah, don't mind at all. So investment wise, what we made with John was low 4 figures. right? It wasn't difficult for us to do that.
Oh, you mean what you spent with me? Is that right?
What I spent with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I spent with you was low four figures. I can't even remember the exact figure, but I knew it was an easy number for us to work with. The return on that, I actually don't know the X return, but I can tell you that we've done 260, I wrote it down, 266,000 in UK pounds since we created that offer.
Yeah, it's about 50x return on investment. I charge you close to $5,000 to do that project together. Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
You know, I'm happy to do some written, but like I have tried to give John more work since. I'm like, this guy, I've fucking not only did I get return on investment, like myself and my partner thoroughly enjoyed working with John, right? And I've worked with plenty of agencies before, and I'm like, yeah, nah, not going to work with them again, right? I have actually wanted to give John more work because it's a partnership, right? And that's the way we look at this.
Awesome. Well, I'm here for you whenever you want, Pete. Thank you so much for taking the time today. Appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.